Takže čau, zdravíme vás na klubovní YouTube a jsme tady s Mattem z Neck Deep. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to Rock for People.
Thank you. Thanks for having us again.
Yeah, it's great to have you again. As you mentioned, you played here 2 years ago.
Yes, we did.
And a lot has happened since then. But
It has.
do you still remember that show, your first show in the Czech Republic, actually?
I do. I remember it being really, really good. It was one of the best shows of that tour. That tour was kind of a bit of a weird one for us because we had like a lot of travel issues with the bus.
No.
So it kept breaking down, nothing worked on it. The AC didn't work the entire summer, which sounds like not that big of a deal, but like when there's 15 people sleeping in like this tiny little thing, the sun's beating down on it all day, it was brutal. So it was nice to come here and get such a warm reception for the first time. And we're really excited to be back again today to see what happens.
Well, that's great. As you mentioned, tour life can be quite straining to nerves, especially if there are technical difficulties and stuff goes down. And right now you're near to the middle of your European tour.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
So how are you holding up energy-wise? And do you have any like tips and tricks how to stay sane during touring?
Coffee. Try and get as much sleep as you can. We're all really boring. Like, we don't do any partying or anything like that. We're like, the highlight of our day today is we're all going to sit on the bus and watch the second Lord of the Rings movie, the extended version. So we're not like out partying or anything. Just look after yourself. I run a lot, so I run most days. So I do that in the morning just to get some me time, because like I was saying with the bus, like there's a lot of people, it's quite a close space, so it's just nice to get outside in nature and go for a run somewhere. And yeah, I don't know, just coffee is the secret sauce though. that is what keeps most of us going for most of the day. I'm on like coffee number 7 today, which is might not be the healthiest, but there's worse things to be doing. So but yeah.
Well, good drink choice and also a good movie choice.
Thank you.
And on this tour you're playing headline shows as well as festivals. So I'm wondering, is there still a difference for you, and which one do you actually prefer?
That's a very good question. It's nice doing both at the same time, to be honest, because you get the big like festival experience of like playing to like potentially a lot of new fans. We really felt that last time we were at Rock for People, was that at the beginning of the set it seemed like a good portion of the crowd weren't really quite sure who we were, but then by the end of it, it felt like that we'd won over a lot of people. So hopefully that translates today. But then you can't beat like a headline show in a small venue with like, we played in Leipzig last night and no barrier, pretty small room, playing to people that have heard us before. That was really fun. So it's I don't think I prefer either of them. I think I like them both equally, and it's just nice that we get to balance and mix the two. And also as well, you get really good catering at festivals, so that's always really, really good.
Yeah, I guess we saw what you mentioned when you came back to Prague last year, because then I think you gained many new fans here at Rock for People,
absolutely.
and then it was just insanity from like the second song.
Yeah, everything. I mean, I remember for some reason "She's a God" being a standout last time we were here.
Oh
when
yeah,
we played that was
such
massive.
a good
Like
one.
we play it quite a lot, but for some reason that one just stuck out in my mind afterwards. Like, that went down really well today. I'm not sure why. Yeah.
Okay, now we definitely need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is earlier this year you released your 5th studio album.
Yes, we did, which makes me feel very old that it's number 5.
Oh, but I mean, it was met with such a massive wave of positive reactions.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, which of the songs are you most excited to play in this festival atmosphere?
I'm giving away the set list here.
Don't worry, it will
But then
come
again,
out
if you've got
after
the
the show.
internet, you've seen it already. Playing songs live at the minute. I really like playing Dumbstruck, the opener from the record.
Yeah.
When Sam wrote that song, and when he first showed me the opening riff, I was like, that's very confusing, because it doesn't repeat itself once. It's like 6 different phrases all after each other, and I was like, this is like unpacking a jigsaw puzzle. This is crazy. And then we finally like practiced it enough, got it dialed in and everything, and I don't know, I think it's such like a strong opener, and we've got it sounding really, really good at the minute. So I'm looking forward to playing that one. And then also We Need More Bricks as well is also another good one, because the riff in that is it goes live. It's very, 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 very good. So yeah, and to be honest, all of them really, all the songs that we've been playing off the new record have been going down really, really well live, and we've still got a decent mix today of like new stuff, old stuff. We're trying to keep like a fairly balanced set for everybody. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some of the new stuff.
Yay. Well, as you mentioned, 5th LP, so it must get harder to not get like repetitive and stuff. So what was the main mission with this album?
For us, by us, pretty much, essentially. So like we wrote the record that we wanted to write. We went around and tried to sit with a couple of producers and stuff and go through some things, and whilst it helped, we just came out of the sessions just being like, we can do this, like we know we can. Like Neck Deep is Neck Deep at this point. We kind of wanted to take a bit more of a return back to the roots of the band and some of the earlier sound and bring that back, because when we did All Distortions, we kind of like took the time to maybe just try and do something a little bit different, keep it within our wheelhouse, but like take some of the stuff that we've been building towards with songs like In Bloom and even songs like Heavy Lies off the record before, and then like going a bit more rock orientated almost, and just trying out some new stuff and not being afraid to try new things there. And I think that was the record to do it. And then as we came to writing the stuff off the self-titled record, it was just like, we know what we're very good at, and that is just writing energetic pop punk. So we're just going to do that front to back all the way through pretty much. And I think we did a very, very, very good job of it. We all love the record. It's like, I would say you're always going to be that person like, it's my favorite record because it's the new one, because it's the one that you've not heard for 10 years. But we genuinely mean it when we say that, like, we do love that album so much and hold it in like such high regard, like personally. So yeah, we're just we just wanted to make a record for us that we, I don't know, just enjoyed listening to and playing, and it came out amazing.
So basically staying authentic and trusting the process. Actually, do you think that's something that maybe these days the music industry seems to lack, like artists taking these risks and just not calculating and just trusting the process instead of chasing like something that will get popular, will get the streams, you know?
Yeah, it's so hard nowadays because like we talk about this a lot. Like if we were a band that started today, we wouldn't have any idea what to do. Like just because it's so vastly different from when we've been doing it now nearly 13 years, which again makes me feel very old. But like at the same time, it's like back then, it's like you put a song on the internet, you get in a van, you go and tour, hopefully something goes right. Nowadays, like I feel like a granddad when I open my phone and go on TikTok, and I'm like, I do not understand any of this whatsoever. So it's kind of it's a bit of a weird one. Like we only know how to do what we do, and we've not really changed the process in the entirety of doing it. Like we started this band in Seb's bedroom. Seb recorded our first EP. Seb recorded my first band's first EP years and years before Neck Deep. And then this record, we went to a warehouse that we own, or not own, that we rent. We have our own like space with our own studio in, and the person behind the desk was Seb. And that's just how it works for us. It's the best way. Like we just sit with Seb, our bass player, in front of a computer, and we go, see what happens. And it's just the process that we've always done. Like I don't even really know where you'd even begin, like with all the TikTok and like what is genuine and what isn't. It's just we only know what we can do and what works for us essentially.
Yeah, but I feel like that's even nowadays that draws new fans too, because you've stayed like true to yourselves and very down to earth through all these years, all this time, you know.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we're just normal, boring people that worked hard, a little bit of luck involved, but worked very hard, still continue to work very hard. We're all still like very hands-on and DIY with everything, even though like we do the shows that we do, like we're still like there being so meticulous over every single little aspect of the band. It drives our manager insane sometimes, but it's just like, it's just the way that we've always worked.
Well, that brings me to one more show I actually wanted to talk about, because in March you did your biggest show to date in Alexandra Palace, which is like, even for us here, we know that's an iconic venue, you know. So how did it feel to stand on that stage and knowing that you like haven't lost yourself during the whole way? That's truly you.
It was wild. It's something that we've wanted to do for years and years. We were meant to do it before COVID, and then we didn't get to do it, and then it kind of got put off a little bit, and we were like, we'll do it one day. But it was weird. We walked in on the day, and me and Sam turned around to me and said it felt really strange because it felt like we were just getting in the way, and it felt like we were still the support band there or something. And then in reality, it's like, well, no, everyone here at the venue today is like here because of us. That includes like the catering staff, all the people putting up the stage. Because when you get Alexandra Palace, it's just an empty room. You know, there's no stage in there or anything. You have to bring everything in. So we had like a crew of 100+ people just working during the day. And we walked in the main room in the morning and we were like, what are we doing in here? This is insane. Yeah, but it was, again, a lot of hard work. Like, a lot of it was all organized by us. Like, we had video content up on screen for the first time, and then I did, like, I think 60% of the video content I made. And then Sam was behind the scenes, Sam, the guitarist, like, just making sure that everything ran. He organized and hired the entire like video team, gave them the brief for it, which we haven't released yet, but it'll be coming out soon. But it was just crazy. And I just remember being sat in the dressing room because obviously it's like a busy day. You have like a lot of friends and family there, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. When you have your mum just call you like an hour and a half before, like, I'm here, and it's like, where? In the car park. It's like, I cannot help you whatsoever. Just try and make your way to the venue. But there was a moment like where the dressing room cleared and the five of us were just sat in there in silence, like half an hour before we went on, and it was just a minute. Everyone was doing their own thing to get ready. And I just remember being stood in the doorway of the toilet, which sounds strange, but the doorway of the bathroom, just stood there, just looking around, just being like, this is mental that we're doing this. And it just took like a minute to just like, not in a weird way, just stare at everyone and just be like, this is crazy. Like, what are we doing? And that was just the whole thought. And then we got on stage, we hit the intro hit, and it was like a big like montage video that we made. Sam did all the audio design for it, and the video was just like behind the scenes footage that no one's seen of us before, and then like a story of like just all of our old music videos and clips from over the years. So I'm stood there, we've not even gone on stage yet, I'm crying already, like this is just crazy. Yeah, it was just a wild night. And then for me personally, I remember the first 3 songs, and then I remember the end of In Bloom, and I don't remember anything else. And I just remember being like, coming off being like, well, that happened. that was crazy. Like 3 months of solid day-to-day, 9 to 8 in the evening work to get that done. It was like, well, what do we do now? Like, we've completed it.
Like, what next?
Yeah, what next? Yeah.
But standing there before stepping on that stage, or any stage really, what's the feeling that you want the people who attend the show to leave with? To be like, okay, I just went to a Neck Deep show and this is how I feel.
I think for that one, we wanted people to go away going, what the? Like, I've seen them live before and their shows are normally crazy because they run around and jump around a lot, but like that added with ridiculous pyro, that added with like confetti blasts and video wall and everything. Like, we just wanted people to walk away going, that's the best Neck Deep show I've ever seen. Maybe not the best show you've ever seen, but like that was like Neck Deep at their peak. And well, not their peak, because we're still going, we're still climbing, we're still doing well. But we just wanted people to have a good time, and it kind of felt like a weird like celebration of the band, because we kind of like, we've always done well, but like we've kind of always had like the underdog mentality of like us versus everyone. And for us to get to that point.
Okay, and since we need to let you go to get ready for today's show, do you have any final message for your Czech fans? Yeah,
cheers for coming out every time we come through. We really like coming here. Again, this will be you're going to correct me if I'm wrong, 3rd time now, isn't it? There you go, you see, I know, 3rd time. Yeah, thanks for supporting us, really appreciate it. Keep on coming out to shows, and have a nice evening today. I don't know.